Hello, students. I hope you all are safe and healthy and staying at your homes. Earlier, I have sent you certain links regarding PPTs and YouTube videos and certain web links for the topics of appeals and revisions, procedure of assessment, filing of return, and e-filing of return. I hope you have done with those topics, and later on I posted three videos for assessment of HUF. I hope you have also gone through that, since only 2 or 3 students rang me up for the problems. So I don't know whether you are studying regularly or not. Plus, no one has responded either on WhatsApp group or personally. So please make sure that exams are going to be happen certainly. So don't let this time to be wasted. Use this time constructively and please focus on your studies. So I am here with you to cover the topic of assessment of association of persons and body of individuals. For the sake of assessment, these two entities are considered as one. There are no different rules for assessment of these entities. But basically, there is a difference between these two terms. So let's recall that difference. Association of persons and body of individuals are group of persons, group of members which come together for a joint activity. This activity can be for profit motive or it cannot be for a profit motive. So this is the similarity between these two entities, and the difference is that under association of persons, its members can be individual, firm, company. So anyone can be a member of AOP. Persons we here include as per the definition of Income Tax Act. And body of individuals, here the members are only the individuals, right? So now nextly we have to proceed towards the assessments. For the assessment we need to calculate firstly the total income of AOP and then the tax liability. So we have to calculate total income. We calculate income headwise. The very first head is income from salaries, but AOP or BOI cannot have any income under this head. So this head is excluded from the 5 heads. So AOP or BOI will have income under 4 heads: house property, PGBP, capital gains, and income from other sources. While calculating the income from house property, the rules are similar as we have done earlier. Since AOP cannot have self-occupied house, so the benefit of self-occupied house is not available to AOP or BOI, right? Thirdly, while calculating profit and gains, the earlier rules regarding the allowed expenses and allowed incomes, disallowed expenses and disallowed incomes, they are the same, exactly the same which we have done under the chapter PGBP, assessment of firm, right? Now, other than these expenses, there are certain expenses called as salary, remuneration, bonus, commission, which is being paid to the members of AOP. So, for the sake of assessment of AOP or calculating income of AOP under the head profit and gains, all these expenses are fully disallowed. Not a single penny is allowed expenditure for AOP, right? And interest on capital, again it is fully disallowed. हमने assessment of firm में किया था, interest on capital is allowed at the rate of 12% and salary remuneration as per the conditions or as per the maximum amount permissible under section 40B. But here no section 40B and no 12% is applicable. Both these figures are fully disallowed. And sometimes AOP charge interest on drawings as well. So this will be called as AOP's business income. It will be recorded on the credit side of profit and loss account, and AOP will pay tax on this income. And if in the question both interest on capital and interest on drawings is given, we will find the difference of these two items. Difference will be calculated as follows: interest on capital minus interest on drawings. If this difference is positive, the positive value, the difference value is considered as disallowed. Disallowed means that this difference will be added back to the net profit. And if this difference is negative, then it will be called as our business income, right? So I have explained this with the help of example. Suppose there is a member X of AOP. This member received interest on capital for rupees 5,000 and AOP has charged interest on drawings rupees 2,000. So we will find the difference between these two. Interest on capital 5,000 minus interest on drawings 2,000. So 3,000 will be the amount of difference, and the amount of difference is positive. So what we will do, we'll add 3,000 to the net profit, right? And now if we reverse the condition, interest on capital is 3,000 and interest on drawings is 5,000. Now the difference will comes to be negative 2,000 minus 2,000. In this case, while making the account treatment or while making the adjustments in the net profit, what we will do, we will ignore both the values of interest on capital and interest on drawings. So when the amount of interest on drawings is more than the interest on capital, we will not do any treatment while calculating the income of profit and gains for AOP, right? Automatically it will be considered as income, what we have written here, right? कैसे होगा, आपने इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल डेबिट साइड पे 3,000 रिकॉर्ड किए, इंटरेस्ट ऑन ड्राइंग्स आपने क्रेडिट साइड पे 5,000 रिकॉर्ड किए, तो 3,000 दोनों साइड पे कॉमन हो गया, इट विल हैव नो इफेक्ट एंड ऑटोमेटिकली वो जो 2,000 है वो आपकी क्रेडिट साइड पे अपेयर हो रहा है एंड उस पर आपको टैक्स पे ऑफ करना पड़ेगा, राइट? So these are certain provisions which you have to keep in mind while calculating income under the head profit and gains. Then next head is capital gains. So rules are exactly the similar. We have to follow the same rules, but all the exemptions are not available for AOP. Only exemption under the section 54D, EC and double E is available to AOP and BOI. And for sources, the rules are similar. So by adding up these incomes under these four heads, we will get the total income. We will apply the set off and carry forward provisions as we have studied earlier. Then we will deduct amount under section 80C to 80U, but all the deductions are not available to AOP. Deduction under 80G, GGC, 80IA, IB, IC, JJA, JJ is available. Only these deductions are available to AOP, and usually you will get in question 80G or 80GGC, right? Now we have calculated total income. After calculating total income, we are supposed to calculate or we are supposed to identify the rates of tax which are applicable to AOP. And these tax rates are the rates which are applicable to an individual or the maximum marginal rate, right? Individual means the rates which are applicable to an individual, the slabs which we have done in the chapter of assessment of individual. First 2,50,000 nil, then next 2,50,000 to 5 lakh 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh 20%, and above 10 lakh it's 30%. So same rules are applicable here. So firstly, in this lecture we will be covering with the topic of individual rates, when individual rates will be applicable. So there are two conditions and these two conditions must be fulfilled. Both these two conditions must be fulfilled to apply slab rates which are applicable to an individual. First condition is that shares of members are known or determinate. The share of profit sharing ratio, or we can say profit or loss sharing ratio, must be given in the question. And members, because its members can be individual, firm, HUF, company. So other than company, if the members are individual or HUF, firm भी नहीं होना चाहिए इसका member, इंडिविजुअल और HUF अगर इसके मेंबर्स हैं एंड उसका शेयर डिटर्मिनेट है, एंड थर्डली जो मेंबर्स हैं उनकी टोटल इनकम एक्सक्लूडिंग शेयर ऑफ AOP इज लेस देन द एग्जम्प्टेड लिमिट. जो बाकी इस एओपी के सारे मेंबर्स हैं उनमें से किसी भी मेंबर की टोटल इनकम मींस जिस पे हमने टैक्स कैलकुलेट करना होता है डिडक्शंस माइनस करने के बाद, वो इनकम एग्जम्प्टेड लिमिट से एक्सीड नहीं करनी चाहिए, right? If all these conditions are fulfilled, then AOP will pay tax at the rates which are applicable to an individual, right? So individual rates are long-term capital gains are taxable at the rate of 20%, short-term capital gain on sale of shares which are subject to STT, the applicable rate is 15%, casual incomes are taxed at 30%, and the balance income is taxable at slab rates, right? So when AOP is paying income tax at the rate which are applicable to an individual, the share of AOP will be added in the individual member's total income, and they are entitled to rebate under section 86, right? So I'm repeating again, if AOP is paying tax at rates applicable to individual, then the share of AOP is to be added to the member's total income, and such member is also entitled to rebate under section 86. In the chapter of rebates and reliefs, I have told you to skip the rebate under section 86. So we will be covering that rebate under section 86 in this chapter. So रिबेट लेनी है, किस रेट पे लेनी है, किस अमाउंट की आपको मिलेगी, दिस आई विल डिस्कस इन नेक्स्ट लेक्चर. सो आज हम जो क्वेश्चन करने वाले हैं उसमें हम सिर्फ एओपी की टोटल इनकम कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं और एओपी की इनकम मेंबर्स को एलोकेट कैसे करते हैं, राइट? सो आई एम रेफरिंग टू इलस्ट्रेशन 2 गिवन इन योर बुक. There are three members of AOP, Mohan, Sohan and Ramesh. All these three members individuals, and their profit sharing ratio is given to you 2:1. So are both the conditions, one of the conditions that members should not be firm or company. So पूरी हो रही है, profit sharing ratio given है, and we are supposed to calculate total income of AOP and allocate this income to its members. The individual members' income is not exceeding the exempted limit, right? It is given in the question. So we will proceed with the question. Firstly, we need to calculate income of AOP. So you are given the profit and loss account. There are certain items on the debit and credit side. We will find out which are disallowed और disallowed की हम treatment करेंगे जैसे हम पहले करते थे. So we will start the question with net profit. Net profit आपको तीनों members का अलग अलग given है. We will add that up and we will write amount, the total of 3 here. Then we will add all the disallowed expenses. Disallowed expenses are those expenses which are not related to business, which are not disallowed expenses are those expenses which are not related to business, which are personal in nature and which are of capital expenses. So the expense which is disallowed first is municipal taxes. These municipal taxes are of let out house property. So this is not related to business heads, so it will be added to the net profit. Then salaries 6,000 is paid to Sohan, so it is fully disallowed. हम इसको पूरा add कर देंगे. Commission is being paid to Ramesh at the rate of rupees 6,000. This is again disallowed. It will be added back. Interest to members. Interest on capital and interest on drawings both are given to you. So we will find the difference between these two. The figures which are written first are the figures of interest on capital, and secondly these are the interest on drawings. So the difference between all these is positive, so these positive values will be added to the net profit. Then there is an item in the profit and loss account, bad debts reserve. So any reserves and provisions they are disallowed. So we will add all these items to the net profit and the total comes out to be 47,600. Moving to the credit side of profit and loss account, there is an item named interest on securities. This is income from other sources. इसे deduct कर देंगे. Then rent from house property again related to other head minus कर देंगे. So this is the income of AOP under the head profit and gains of business. So 32,600 is the business income. अब AOP की बाकी heads की income, AOP में हमारे पास ऑफ हाउस प्रॉपर्टी था, सो वी विल कैलकुलेट इनकम अंडर द हेड हाउस प्रॉपर्टी. रेंट इज 9,000. म्यूनिसिपल टैक्सेस आर गिवन टू यू. माइनस करने के बाद 24A की डिडक्शन 30% ऑफ NAV, we get 6125 as income from house property. ये इंटरेस्ट ऑन सिक्योरिटीज की इनकम अदर सोर्सेज में आ जाएगी. बिजनेस इनकम, हाउस प्रॉपर्टी इनकम, IOS, इन तीनों को टोटल करके AOP की टोटल इनकम आ गई 44,725. सिंस इस पे इंडिविजुअल के रेट्स एप्लीकेबल होंगे तो AOP की टैक्स लायबिलिटी तो हो जाएगी नील, बिकॉज द अमाउंट total income is less than the exempted limit, that is 2,50,000. और जब आप इंडिविजुअल के स्लैब्स यहाँ पे एप्लीकेबल करोगे तो हमेशा 2,50,000 वाला ही आपने करना है. हम 3-5 ये यूज़ नहीं करते बिकॉज दैट इज़ बेस्ड अपॉन द एज लिमिट, और एज लिमिट सिर्फ इंडिविजुअल्स के केस में चेक की जाती है, ना कि AOP और HUF के केस में, राइट. नाउ वी आर सपोज टू एलोकेट इनकम ऑफ AOP टू इट्स मेंबर्स. द रेशियो इज गिवन टू यू 2:2:1. So we will allocate this income headwise, right? AOP is having under the head profit and house property 6125. We will divide it in 2:2:1. Income from other sources है 6,000, उसको भी 2:2:1 में डिवाइड कर देंगे. Now pay attention while calculating प्रॉफिट्स एंड गेन्स इनकम. सो प्रॉफिट एंड गेन्स इनकम में जितनी अमाउंट पहले सैलरी, कमीशन, बोनस, इंटरेस्ट के नाम पे दी है मेंबर्स को, उतनी अमाउंट हम मेंबर्स को वापस कर देंगे. सो सोहन को सैलरी मिली थी 6,000 तो इसको 6,000 दे दिया. इसको कमीशन मिली थी रमेश को 6,000, वो दे दिया. इंटरेस्ट जो डिफरेंस हमने निकाला तीनों का वो हमने इनको दे दिया. अब टोटल बिजनेस की थी 32,600. 32,600 में से हम सैलरी के नाम पे, कमीशन के नाम पे, इंटरेस्ट के नाम पे इतनी अमाउंट्स इन मेंबर्स को दे चुके हैं. तो जो फिगर्स, जो अमाउंट्स आप दे चुके हो प्रॉफिट में से माइनस कर दोगे. बैलेंस आपका प्रॉफिट बचा 11,600. इस 11,600 को 2:2:1 की रेशियो में आपने डिवाइड कर देना. अब ऐसा हम क्यों कर रहे हैं, अदरवाइज 32,600 को सीधा 2:2:1 में डिवाइड कर देते. उससे क्या होता कि सबको अपने उसी रेशो में जो स्पेसिफाइड है उसमें सारी अमाउंट मिल जानी थी. बट हो सकता है सोहन ने वाकई में काम किया और उसको रेम्यूनरेशन मिलनी चाहिए थी, बट एज पर इनकम टैक्स रूल्स वो अलाउड नहीं है. और जबकि मोहन ने कोई काम ही नहीं किया और उसको भी उस 6,000 का बेनिफिट मिल रहा है अगर हम 32,600 को 2:2:1 की रेशो में डिवाइड करते हैं. तो वो कहते हैं कि चलो इनकम टैक्स हमें ये बेनिफिट नहीं दे रहा, लेकिन जब हमने ये इनकम एलोकेट करनी है उस टाइम पे एटलीस्ट इन्हें ये बेनिफिट दिया जाए. तो इस रीज़न की वजह से हम PGBP की इनकम को इस बेसिस पे एलोकेट करते हैं, राइट. सो जो बैलेंस प्रॉफिट्स बचे उनको 2:2:1 की रेशो में डिवाइड कर देंगे और इस पूरे कॉलम का टोटल विल बी कॉल्ड एज शेयर फ्रॉम AOP. तो ये सोहन की अमाउंट टोटल इनकम में ऐड हो जाएगा, ये रमेश की टोटल इनकम में ऐड हो जाएगा. अब मैंने पीछे आपको बताया था कि अगर AOP इंडिविजुअल के स्लैब्स पे टैक्स पे करती है तो शेयर ऑफ AOP, ये जो 1290 आया, 18,490 आया और 13,745 आया, दिस शेयर विल बी एडेड टू द इंडिविजुअल मेंबर्स इनकम. तो ये शेयर तो ऐड हो जाएगा क्योंकि AOP ने टैक्स जो पे करना था वो पे करना था इंडिविजुअल के स्लैब्स के अकॉर्डिंगली, राइट. सेकेंडली ये था कि जब ये शेयर ऐड होता है उस केस में रिबेट मिलता है 86 का. रिबेट का मतलब, रिबेट क्यों मिलता है मेंबर्स को, क्योंकि AOP भी कुछ टैक्स पे ऑफ कर रही है उसी इनकम पे एंड सेम इनकम पे मेंबर्स भी कुछ टैक्स पे ऑफ कर रहे हैं. तो एक ही इनकम पे 2 बार टैक्स नहीं लिया जाता, इस रीज़न की वजह से रिबेट अलाउ किया जाता है. बट अगर हम ये क्वेश्चन देखें, इस क्वेश्चन में AOP ने तो टैक्स पे ही नहीं किया क्योंकि उसकी इनकम एग्जाम लिमिट के नीचे आ रही थी. तो उस AOP की इनकम पे टोटल जो 44,725 समथिंग की फिगर आई थी उस पे AOP ने कोई टैक्स पे ऑफ नहीं किया. तो इसमें मेंबर्स को रिबेट जो होगा वो एलिजिबल नहीं होंगे रिबेट क्लेम करने के लिए. रिबेट तब मिलता है व्हेन द सेम इनकम इज टैक्स्ड ट्वाइस, बट हियर दैट इनकम इज टैक्स्ड ओनली वंस व्हेन इट विल बी एडेड टू इंडिविजुअल मेंबर्स इनकम. सिर्फ ये उस पर टैक्स पे ऑफ करेंगे, एओपी उस पर टैक्स नहीं पे ऑफ करेगा. Right? So with this I'll end up here. We will move on to the next topic in next lecture. Now you can do the back questions second and third with the help of this lecture. So I hope you will able to understand it, and if you find any sort of problem you can message me or call me between 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. right? So goodbye, stay home, stay safe.